This chart shows the staggering year-over-year growth of financial losses tied directly to online romance scams. We are looking at hundreds of millions of dollars draining from victims' bank accounts annually. These losses impact a broad demographic spectrum, often involving college-educated professionals and people with deep experience navigating the digital world. Transnational crime syndicates manage these operations with a level of logistical sophistication typically found in legitimate corporations, employing specialized departments to manage victim engagement and money laundering. They have taken the most basic human vulnerability, the desire for companionship, and systematically reverse-engineered it. They've turned intimacy into a highly predictable and massively lucrative business model. By examining the specific mechanics of this psychological playbook, we can see how these syndicates bypass logical reasoning to gain control over a target's finances. Phase 1 of the operation begins with the construction of a flawless online persona. They engineer a profile that is deeply alluring, highly attentive, and crucially, geographically unavailable. To justify this permanent physical distance, they adopt strategic occupational archetypes. Posing as deployed military personnel or engineers on offshore oil rigs provides an airtight excuse for why a real-world meeting is never possible. Once they make a match, the immediate tactical goal is isolation. They quickly push to move the conversation off the moderated dating platform and onto private text messaging, where corporate security algorithms can't track the interaction. Here, they deploy love bombing. They flood the target with excessive affection and constant communication to artificially accelerate intimacy and build rapid trust. Throughout this intense buildup, they consistently invent elaborate excuses to avoid or sabotage any video calls. Maintaining the romantic illusion requires keeping stolen profile pictures intact and their actual identity completely hidden. The ultimate objective of this entire initial phase involves zero financial requests. The goal is exclusively to manufacture an emotional dependency so absolute that natural skepticism is deactivated. Then comes the pivot. Once the emotional trap is fully set, the scammer weaponizes that dependency by introducing a sudden, high-stakes crisis. The scammer states they are deployed overseas, before pivoting to the trap. It's an emergency. I just need a few $100s. This specific phrasing, "You're the only one I can count on," exploits the genuine desire to be a supportive partner during extreme need. This leads directly into the ask. At this stage, the request narrows down to a few very specific, highly regulated channels that offer no protection for the sender. They demand payment methods that are inherently untraceable: offshore wire transfers, direct cryptocurrency deposits, or high-value retail gift cards. By combining the intense emotional pressure of a fake emergency with demands for instantly cleared funds, they intentionally panic the victim into making an impulsive, irreversible financial mistake. When the truth finally breaks through, the aftermath is devastating. Victims are forced to process a dual trauma: the realization that thousands of dollars are gone forever, and the crushing grief that the relationship they cherished was entirely fabricated. Dismantling this playbook requires a defensive framework built on 3 pillars: pause, verify, and protect. Verification starts with the visuals. Running a proactive reverse image search on profile pictures can quickly identify stolen identities or stock photography used across multiple scams. Next, actively audit their narrative. Cross-referencing their timeline, their stories, and their continuous excuses for not meeting often reveals the logical inconsistencies that scammers inevitably leave behind. Most importantly, you must insert a pause, forcing a hard delay in the conversation to discuss the online relationship with an objective, trusted third party allows logic to re-enter the decision-making process. Authentic relationships do not require enforced secrecy, high-pressure financial bailouts, or payments in cryptocurrency. Adopting a posture of skeptical awareness right now is the most effective way to protect yourself tomorrow.